All right. This will be a pretty controversial topic. I'm pretty sure everyone will have their own opinions. Feel free to share your opinions, and I'll give you mine as well. Let me know where you think I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure there are many intellects, WhatsApp University experts who know everything about India from the Mughal Empire to exactly what Nehru did and everything else in between. All right, feel free. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, this is a topic about Modi. Okay, Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Is he like I don't know what I'll put the title as. Is he a leader or is he a dictator? Is he a genius or is he a jackass? I'm not supposed to. I'm not saying that Prime Minister Modi is. I respect him. Trust me. I'm not saying it out of fear. I'm anyway not living in India, but I admire that guy. Seriously, from heart of hearts. I'm not saying this because I want the BJP is supporting me or all the Indian Hindus. Wow, are sir ji, aapne Modi ko, eh, where I have to criticize Modi for his bad policies, I do. But where I have to absolutely praise him, admire him, there also I do that. Okay. So I'm going to share with you my opinions, uncensored, whether you believe what I'm saying is the reality, means I'm speaking the truth from my side. Okay. It may not be factually correct, but I'm telling you what I feel. So feel free to disagree. Some of you will give me bad words also, which is okay. But I'm going to tell you the good, bad, ugly of what I think honestly of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. What is my honest opinion? Okay. How this topic came to be is from my WhatsApp group. We have all our guys who every day, lavda lasun, like India, Pakistan, they're throwing, missiles. So my group members also, blast each other, but in a very respectful way, not the typical Indian style of teri maa ki, behan ke, bhai ke, baap ka, tera lau and teri chu, that all they don't do. They speak like educated people with a little bit of class. And if they cross the line, it's permanently block and ban from my group. And if in case you want to join my group, there is always links in my community page. Feel free to check it out. Or if you don't know, send me a message. I'll send you the link. But once you get blocked and banned, it's permanent. I don't give people second chances. All right. So what the members in my group were talking about was Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Some guys hate him to the core. They consider him a dictator. They compare him to Hitler, and some people say he is a murderer, and others mock him by calling him chaiwala, and he is a uneducated guy. Whatever. There's one side. The other side is like Modi is the best for India. He saved India. He made the GDP grow big. He made India, reach on the global stage. And I'm among those people who, you'll hate me for this, especially the Muslim, but I'm one of those people who definitely think Modi, Prime Minister Modi, has done some good for the country, if not all good. He has done some good. All right. But at the same time, he's not a very holy like saint. He's not a saint that you have to put his photograph with the gods and worship him, which some people do even with Trump. He's a politician and he's a master politician, master strategist. He's a brilliant mind. Although some of the members in my group consider him a evil con man, or they give all these words. Anyway, they're not staying in India, so they can say whatever they like. All right. So what do I feel? What do I feel? According to me, for a population like India, the majority who are living below the poverty line, the majority who get paid less than the international minimum salary, minimum wage, Indians get paid below. In fact, so many Indians, even senior bank managers get paid per month what I charge for 1 to 2 hours. Can you believe some of them even earn less than $500? I'm not trying to make fun of you. Sincerely, from my heart. but I don't know how you can manage to live in $500 for a whole month. Your education itself is more expensive than the salary you're getting. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, and it's really sad. I know that there's no solution. You can't do anything. You have to live. Okay, and you're managing fine in rupees, but you're paying tax. On top of that, you have to pay tax for everything. Everything is tax extra. I don't know how you guys do it. Okay, so for a country like India, where majority are living below the poverty line, majority earn less than the minimum wage, and majority are superstitious, majority are religious, majority are, sad to say, they have not been taught, trained, or they don't even have the intellectual capacity to think without using teri maa ki, behen ke, bhai ke, baap ka, means mother, fathers, then genitalia, the lau and the chu, private parts of men and women. They can't give you a single sentence without saying all this. For that kind of country that loves to drink cow urine as the healing auxiliary and eat cow dung and have bath with cow dung, for that kind of country, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the best person. And I'm not saying in a bad way, I'm saying in a good way. I'll openly challenge you this. Openly challenge, huh? Try to manage one Indian under you. Try to get one Indian under you to work. And you'll come to know how impossibly hard it is to manage one Indian. Then think of having a company, a business with 10 Indians. Oh my goodness. It will be, if you can manage a company with Indian employees, I will give you talia, I will give you applause, I will do puja for, I will really admire you, because to manage Indians, you really have to have the skill. Okay? Because of their nuances, their expectations, their politics, their clannishness, their narrow mindedness, their self entitlement. There are so many factors, and the dynamics are so, there are so many variables, it is impossible to manage in India. Impossible. Okay. Not that it is impossible, it means it's possible, but you have to really, really know how to manage them. Okay. An Indian is like totally unpredictable. You can never have an Indian working for you for many years. If you invest too much in him, he'll take that training and go elsewhere. You give him a salary increase, he thinks he deserves more. You give him a finger, he takes your hand. So, yes, there are drawbacks. Not that all Indians are bad. Indians are very gifted, very talented, very hardworking, but it's very hard to get good Indians. That's what I'm trying to say. So, when it is so hard to manage 10 Indians, 20 Indians, this man who was born and raised from abject poverty. You should watch that Lex Friedman's interview where Prime Minister Narendra Modi shares his childhood. From abject poverty, a simple house with just one window, they sleep on the floor, where he got his shoes very late in life. He didn't know, that shoes was a thing. From there to navigating the world and finding out his purpose, to finding out what he's meant for, to being, going in the forest and meditating and joining the RSS, which is, okay, hardcore Hindutva, Hindu mixed with politics. They believe in a Hindu kind of a nation. And certain mannerisms are kind of like Nazi, like they salute, they go like this and, full hand, gesture like this. But from there, from relative obscurity to climbing the ranks, the political ranks, to becoming, entering into politics, to becoming the the minister of Gujarat, to turning things around, and he especially became the head when Muslims and Hindus, that railway tragedy that took place, and dominating it. Okay, forget whether he's right or wrong, dominating it. And many people say he murdered people. Congress was in power, and with all the judges and everyone else in their pocket, they couldn't hold him guilty. Supreme Court said, no, you're not guilty, so you can't do anything about it. All right. And then from there to topple the most powerful political party, Congress, and for BJP to grab the reins of power. Man, you have to be a bloody genius, man, to do that. Tell me, here's my simple question to you. Show me anybody who can challenge Prime Minister Narendra Modi to. Show me anybody. Congress, show me. Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi and the whole Congress can't touch, BJP and Narendra Modi. They can't. Why? Because he played his cards so brilliantly. He made Hindu right up front. Why? 80% is Hindus. Hindu. He was proudly brandishing the Hindu saffron colors, putting the tika, doing the open puja. He proudly stated, I am a Hindu, we all Hindu, this is a Hindu nation. And he rallied everyone together. Okay, is it wrong? Is it right? It's subjective. But he did what he had to do to succeed. And I'm not saying he's faking it. I'm not saying that he doesn't love Hinduism or he's not a good Hindu or not good Hindu, sorry, a devoted Hindu. He truly believes in that, but he was able to echo the feelings and the desires, the hopes and dreams of the entire Hindu nation. Okay, 80%. Now, where he did things a little manipulative way, he took the Donald Trump approach where he made Hindus not only, promulgate their religion, but he made them brave. He weaponized them, where now it is like before Hindus were, kind of timid and Hindu Muslims would get along. Now it's like, I'm a Hindu and they were ready to bash up people. Like, for example, anyone transporting cows or buffaloes. Ye hamari mata hai, this is my mother and this is my father. And then they'll hurt a human being for an animal. Okay. So, and the amount of violence that Muslims, the minorities, started to suffer increased maybe tenfold, 20-fold. I don't have the exact stats. It is all because of this Hindu flavored politics. Okay. Now, you have to understand one thing. India, filled with 80% Hindus or more than 80%, of course, they will want to make it a Hindu nation. You can bring up Nehru and say it was secular and this and that, but listen, you are trying to put logic where emotions are at its peak. To give you an idea what kind of audience you are catering to, they are the people who will drink cow urine, eat cow dung. Cow is their mother. They are ready to kill you if you touch the cow. These statues of these gods, they are all mythological. They are not real, but they believe Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva, Lord this, Lord that. They think it's real. So when you're talking to such a group of individuals, what do you expect? And we have seen what the BJP hooligans and goons are doing in the name of politics, in the name of religion. Karachi, they destroyed the restaurant. Then they go around, you are, what is that? Love jihad and all that bullshit they talk about. And then you have that Swami Yogi guy who openly says, about Muslims, whatever he has to say. I don't know the specifics of it. And there are also videos with evidence where BJP politicians have openly expressed disdain and hatred for Muslims. Okay. So let's not act like, oh, no, they love each other. No, that's all bullshit. Okay. BJP is also majority Hindus. Majority. All the leaders, everyone is Hindu. So let's not act as if that doesn't exist. So the point I'm trying to say is, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was able to do whatever it took to ensure that he had the maximum power, he had the maximum support, and he stayed in power. He not only got powerful, he's the position of authority, he stayed. And that takes a lot of, strategy, a lot of brains, a lot of planning. And remember this, he was able to, overcome the COVID issue. Overcome means he didn't fall down, even though he failed in so many ways. So many people died. The way he shut down India was despicable. Still, he was still in power. Even after the Punjab, they try to change for the farmers. The farmers defeated BJP. Still, he stayed in power. And no matter what he does in India, no matter what he does, no matter how much he is supporting Hindus versus other things, he is the only global leader who is hugging all the rich Arabs, all the sheikhs. He keeps hugging them. Sometimes you begin to think this is a love story happening. Like some of the poses you see, you begin to think like they're hugging each other so close. Is something touching, it's like a very romantic hug. But that's politics. Like when he's with Donald Trump, he's holding his hand, so much of love. Oh, when they go through the stadium. Okay. And remember this, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is very smart. He has not given a single interview. Why? Because he knows if he gives an interview, he has to literally argue and convince. And so he decided, I'm not going to give an interview. Hell with all of you. What a brilliant strategy. Yes, you'll say, you call that brilliant? Well, he's smart. Where Prime Minister Manmohan Singh or the other ministers used to give interviews or they are held accountable, he doesn't want. And today, all the media companies, all the media houses, from Arnab Goswami to all of them, they chant the praises of BJP. They endorse the BJP. They sweet talk about BJP. And if you don't, you will not only be blacklisted, like, Google has shadow ban and all that, Facebook has and YouTube has. They'll make sure your existence is not there. Like, I think NDTV was taken by Adani Group, right? Adani is whose pet? Prime Minister Modi's pet. So he is a very smart guy. He knows what games to play. In fact, he has not appeared on so many podcasts. The only podcast he has appeared, which is, everyone's talking about, is Lex Friedman. See how smart he is. He knew which podcast to go for. Why do you think he didn't go for Joe Rogan's? Why? Because he knows Joe Rogan will ask him the tough questions, the controversial ones. So he took the safe way out. So my point, which I'm trying to make here, is it's very easy to criticize Prime Minister Modi. Very easy. But he is laughing his way to the bank. Like people are even making fun of, what is that? Beer bicep. What? Alabadia, that chap, Ranveer. He appeared on Piers Morgan's show. Wow. And when they asked him, why did you delete the post? See, he didn't tell the truth. He didn't say, I deleted the post because all the Indians were bashing me up. He said, I deleted the post after Pakistan broke the ceasefire. What bullshit you're talking here? See, it's a game. You need to play this game with the Indian public. You need to give them bullshit. You need to put their hopes. Jaggi Vasudev, Sadhguru. The planetary, when they align and the stars, and then your chakras will be this, and that is where Lord Shiva will do this, and that is where the healing takes place, and we are one with nature, and what is life, and what is the meaning? Yeah, you give pseudo-intellectual bullshit, people buy and believe into that. That is our Indian public. In fact, you will even get educated people who will endorse their religious beliefs. And I was surprised to even see people saying, oh, why the name Karachi? That is a traitor. Boss, they are a Hindu family. During the partition, they started Karachi, that bakery, from that time. They didn't start it now. And they're associating it with, oh, what if you open up a new outlet and call it Osama bin Laden in USA? No, has it been there for 20, 30, 50, 100 years? If it was there from all this time, then people will leave it. In Pakistan, you have Bombay, whatever, some restaurant. Nobody touched it. In India, Karachi, just the name. And that was a Hindu family. And that also a respectable Hindu family. So, it's such a country with such nut jobs who for... like they say, it's a sad joke. In India, cows are more safer and more protected than women. Why? And nowadays, cows are more protected than men also. Because a female can just make a fake, a rape case and you chat. So, in a country like this, which has so much of corruption, So many unemployed people, so many hooligans, so many gundas and gundis, and uh, person like Modi is the best. You will not get someone with education, you will not get someone with class, you will not get someone with an intellectual prowess who will take over because he can't survive. Like that RBI chairperson, he is being constantly attacked as what anti-national, anti-Indian. So, and even one foreign secretary, I think, or minister, he proposed peace between Pakistan and India, and all the Indian public jumped on him to say gaddar and traitor and all. But if the BJP politics, उनको हम ये करेंगे वो करेंगे उनका खून ये करेंगे the Indian public goes crazy. So, for those kind of people to manage that kind of mentality, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the ultimate, the God, is the right person. That is why he does all this puja. And remember this, why Prime Minister Modi is so smart? When he goes to touch his mother's feet and sit and eat with his mother, camera is following him. You haven't you ever thought about it? Like how is it possible to take the photograph when he's touching the feet, when he's doing the meditation and he's closing his eyes? Camera takes a photo. That means a video camera, videographer, and photographer all are following him. You can't see them. They are all camera, camera, camera here. And he's doing the nice. Oh, what a smart guy, yeah. When he's helping the poor, when he's helping children, camera follows him. Papa, there's a cameraman following him, two, three guys. There's a PR agency. There's a social media posting. This all takes planning. You think it's just some random thing? Are you a dumb fuck? When you reach that position, every meeting is planned, every outing, every hour is planned. Nothing happens by chance. So, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is a master strategist, a fantastic, incredible politician, and one of the greatest to rule India with an iron fist. You need a guy like that to take the danda to tame these types of Indians of ours. You seriously think some educated, well spoken, well articulated guy from Harvard who speaks about peace and all that can manage? No. Even America, why do you think you need Donald Trump? Why do you think you need him? That is how you rule people, with a danda. In the day and age where everyone's going berserk, our Indians also are not less. Huh? They become great intellects, WhatsApp University PhD professors, and they are so brave online. Teri maa ki behan hai, I'll kill you, I'll do this. Keyboard warriors, best is Narendra Modi. He even checks WhatsApp, and they can, BJP has a power. Your WhatsApp, your text, your emails, your what is there in your PC, they can literally destroy your life. That is the type of guy you need for India. Otherwise, very hard to manage these people. Remember, this is not a nation of highly educated, highly sophisticated people who have been, made to live a global international standard. They are still a struggling nation, a nation that still suffers from superstition, corruption, narrow-mindedness, backward thinking, and their debates that they have is shouting and screaming. Arnab Goswami. If you talk to normal people, they can't have a debate without shouting, without screaming, and without giving bad words to your mother, father, and speaking about genitalia. So for that country, that kind of people, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, number one. Number one. I cannot put it in any other words. And like I said, India is majority Hindu, will forever be like that. And this brand of Hindutva kind of politics will remain. It's perfectly fine. I don't see any problem. I don't have any issues. The only problem is people who are from the minorities who will suffer. Yes, that's the price you have to pay. You don't like it? Like they say, leave, get out. What do you do? All right. So this is my view on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I think he's a genius. I think he's a master strategist. I think he's one of the best politicians in the world. And honestly, he is good for India because he has brought India to the map. But that does not mean it has helped the Indian public. It does not mean that employment has improved, it does not mean that there has been any improvement in the lives of the ordinary man. No, that we know. He's no saint. Nobody is. The rich are getting richer, which is always the case. The poor, especially the middle class, they will be the ones to suffer. That's my verdict. Let me know what do you think in the comments below. Because remember, to manage Indians, you cannot be a nice guy. You have to be a master manipulator. That's the only way you succeed. Good, bad, ugly. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is me signing off. Take care.